Hey, Rick, I had to call you to tell you that the food that you brought to the party last night was wonderful. It made me think about my grandmother's cooking. Where did you get that food, brother?
I went down to Thomas' Rib Shack to pick up the ribs, but when I got there, I seen that they had more than just ribs. I seen baked chicken, fried chicken, corn muffins, vegetables, apple pie, peach pie, and I looked around and I seen a sign that told me that they got chitlins and oxtails on Sunday. Oh, all I can tell you, go down to 2931 15th Street or just give them a call like I did at area code 205-759-5010. Thomas Rib Shack, Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Head on down to Archibald and Woodrow, some of the best barbecue in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, y'all. Right off of 4125 Greensboro Avenue, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 35405. You can hit them up at 205-331-4858. Also, you can find them at their other location, 1211 Martin Luther King Boulevard, Northport, Alabama, 35476, 205-345-6861.
Tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama.
Tuscaloosa, get ready for the T-Town Labor Day Blues and Groove Festival. Saturday, September 4th at SoCo Park, featuring TK Soul, Abel Hollywood,
Is you 25 and
Magic One, Jay Hammer, Miss Jody, Donnie Ray, and the Jay Morris Group. Gates open at noon. Showtime 2 p.m. It's all hosted by MC Sir Anthony. Bring your tents, coolers, lawn chairs, and RVs. Vendors are welcome. Kick off your Labor Day weekend at the Blues and Groove Festival, starring TK Soul, Lavelle Hollywood, Magic One, Jay Hammer, Miss Jody, Donnie Ray, and the Jay Morris Group. Saturday, September 4th at SoCo Park in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. For tickets and vendor info, call 205-872-2113.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the all-new T-Town 411 Report. I'm your host, Darren McKinstry. We're live here at McKinstry Banquet Hall, located at 5480 Jug Factory Road, and we're also live on Sound Booth Radio 106.1 with Big Mike. Mike, tell them how they can sound in on Sound Booth Radio and Sound Booth TV.
Sure thing, Daryl. To get on with us on Sound Booth Radio, you just go to your iOS or your Google Play Store, download the Live 365 app. Once you've downloaded that app, then you go to the search bar and type in Sound Booth Radio 106.1. That'll get you on with the radio side of Sound Booth Radio. TV side, Sound Booth TV, just go to YouTube, type in Sound Booth Radio once again, and it'll bring up Sound Booth TV. You can watch us on YouTube, and also you can see us on Facebook by just typing in Sound Booth TV.
Well, great, Mike. Once again, we appreciate you all. I want to thank our producer, Mr. DJ Mello, for staying with us and going through these long evenings of conversations. But we got our COVID update coming up right now. Our COVID update reporter, Miss Veronica Taylor, said as of 3:02, 136 inpatients with the DCA system are positive for COVID-19. 34 inpatients who are positive for COVID-19 being treated in ICU, and 15 inpatients who are positive for COVID-19 on ventilator. As always, we like to try to pray for those that are going through right now. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity. Heavenly Father, thank you for all the doctors and nurses and all the essential workers. We ask that you watch over them and their families as you watch over ours. Heavenly Father, we're asking you to go with the bereavement families right now, wherever they are, and let them know that you're still in charge. In your Son, Jesus Christ's name, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Quick prayer for them. 136, Mike. We hit our 125 on Thursday. Is that correct?
Yes.
So we are up.
And you know, the other thing about that, that was that really was interesting to me was that Saturday, I think it was, or even Sunday, they said that DCH had no more beds.
Mm.
I knew as of yesterday that when I went to the clinic, they were saying to us that if you have COVID symptoms, you probably won't be able to get into the hospital right now. So they tell you what to do at the house. So that's just how bad it has gotten. The DCH hasn't gotten the beds. I don't think UAB have any beds either. And if I'm not mistaken, in the whole entire state, they probably have less than 1,000 ICU beds available. That's what I heard on the news earlier today.
Sounds about right. Want to say hello to my classmate Tammy Washington for chiming in. Fanny Spencer, how you doing? And all the other people that's chiming in with us on the program. Interesting program tonight. I want to thank everybody that chimed in with us last Tuesday and Thursday. We had a little fun. We went back old school. People was wanting to take a break from all this reality of what's going on in life. And Veronica said all but 2 hospital COVID units in Alabama are full. All but 2 in Alabama are full COVID units. Well, hey, see where the city of Tuscaloosa is now offering $250 to all employees that either have taken the COVID vaccination or take the COVID vaccination. I wonder if that's going to be tax free.
I didn't know Tuscaloosa was doing anything like that, but I did hear that UND was offering $400 to everybody in their hospital that gets their COVID who is fully vaccinated by I want to say the end of September. But it's mandatory that everybody who works at UAB and their health system be mandatory by November 1st.
Well, from my understanding, now I heard it on the news correctly today and I read a little bit where the mayor, of course, they're going to be using the CARE Act money to pay these $250 to the employees. So I think they advertised that the city of Tuscaloosa have approximately 1,300 employees, and to get he had broke it down to several people that were different departments that were even the police department I think was like 41% vaccinated, and other areas, transportation and other areas. So let's say 1,300 employees times $250. Look, hold on, I did it wrong. 1,300 times 1,300.
I know there's over 2 million.
I think they said coming at about 2.5 million. And this ain't. Break out the old calculator. And some of y'all scholars out there probably already added it up before I got to it. 1,300 times $250. 325,000 is what that come to for 1,300 employees times $250. 325,000. That's all it's costing them. I want to say hello, Jess. How you doing, sir? Thank you for chiming in. But tonight, before we get started, let's go ahead and recognize our sponsors because we want to thank them for sticking with us through thick and thin. And if Mello, well, he I don't think he's ready, so we'll just go ahead and talk. Mike, the conversation tonight is about why are people now so sympathetic to the suspects of crime than they are to the victim of crime. Hey, Kenny Chambers, how you doing, sir? Thank you for chiming in. Uh, what brought about this particular conversation tonight is Tuscaloosa Police Department posted a photo on yesterday. I won't say on yesterday, and I was hoping Carmelo could put up the photo of the young lady. But on yesterday, they posted a photo of the suspect, and these photos is wanted for third-degree robbery. Staff at the Piggly Wiggly on Bear Creek Road confronted her as she tried to leave without paying for groceries she had put in a Dollar General bag. This happened around 12:30 on Monday, July the 26th. The woman was spit at and threatened the manager before leaving the store. Walking toward Winding Creek Apartments, anyone who can identify the suspect is asked to call TPD or Investigator Grammer at 248-4547. This was shared 563 shares of a black female toting groceries. She appeared to have might be pregnant or expected. Appeared, not confirmed. And also, she's dressed. She got on look like short pants and just a long sleeve shirt. Well, after I read a lot of the comments, it appeared that we had more people defending, condoning the theft of the other food than, and some were addressing that she looked or might need of assistance, or she looked and might have needed to feed her children, or she was mentally incapable. So hey Jackie, how you doing? Thanks for chiming in. So what I'm saying is, why is it that society, not all, but some, are more offensive to protecting the suspects than they are the victims of crime? If you would like to call in on the number 205-310-6067 or 205-826-7661. That'll get you in contact with us here on the program. So my question is, why are we so protective of the suspect and and not the victim? I posted earlier something similar on my post, and my post was relation to I found Chris Rock old crackhead picture from New Jack City back in the day. And I said, compared to him and another young lady that looked at might have been on crack. I found some of these pictures on the internet. And I said, if one of those people kicked in your front door, stole your 75-inch Samsung TV, flat screen TV, and your groceries out your refrigerator, and the young lady broke into your car and stole your purse, ran up your credit card, got $200 off your debit card, and went to the store and bought a pack of Pampers, 6-pack of beer, and a carton of cigarettes, what would you do? Would you lock them up? Well, based on percentages, 75% of the people that answered my question, they said they would lock these people up. Mm-hmm. So what is different than these people committing a crime and this young lady committing a crime also? Is it the fact that Robbery
I wouldn't say
robbery 3 is a felony. Let's put that in perspective. Robbery in the 3rd degree is a felony.
I want to say, Daryl, my opinion is if anybody felt like they know this young lady, they had sympathetic feed on kids, or they made excuses for her. They made excuses because they kind of sort of know her or know of her or know somebody just like her. When you start getting into just the all-out average crackhead, they're doing something like that, then people might be like, "Oh, I'll throw the book at him."
Okay, hold on. Okay,
I think that might be the case.
okay, I got a couple comments on here. Let me read a couple of them right quick. Let's see, pertaining to this. A lot of people take something that is going to save them or help them. That was saying. Reverend Gardner said no one was condoning. Condoning means saying it was right. Well, people were saying, why criminalize something so simple? No one was saying she was right for what she did. We are so protective because people need help. People are hurting, and we should offer help and services so that people aren't driven to desperate measures. Veronica said they're going to end up trying to get everybody help. Daryl, that's a false comparison. Stealing food or necessities and stealing TVs are not the same. I tend to disagree because if it wasn't a crime, it wouldn't be in the criminal code. A robbery in the 3rd degree is a crime. Burglary in the 3rd degree is a crime. Burglary is when the person kicks in your door and steals your TV and steals your food. Going to the store and threatening the manager saying, I'm going to kill you, and might not have a weapon at all, but just to form a threat, she just committed robbery in the 3rd degree. Now, the spitting on, I couldn't quite understand that, but by her saying or making a threat toward the managers in some shape, form, or fashion, she committed robbery in the 3rd degree. So when a person kicks in your house or your apartment and steals your TV and your food out your refrigerator, that's burglary in the 3rd degree. So there's similarities there. But at the same time,
the thing about like how they just tried to make that sound like, you know, it's a necessity, and she probably just needed that. Once again, you're making excuses for it. Robbery and burglary is stealing. Point blank, you stealing. You didn't pay for it, and you stealing from somebody who did pay for it. But the basic thing that I can say is, if I have gone out, worked hard to get everything that I have, and you come in because it's easier for you to take it and try to whatever, either you gonna use it for yourself or you're gonna sell it to make money off of it, then what you have just did was you've taken from me who I've worked and paid for it, and you did it for free, and you've gotten a plus or you gained from not doing anything. So let's not look at it like, well, it was just a necessity because she went into the grocery store and stole some food for her and her family, if that's what she did. And I'm not trying to be harsh or anything because I know a lot of people need help, but there are also a whole lot of organizations out there that will help you if you are in a bind such as that. A lot of food kitchens and food pantries out there that are giving out a lot of food all the time. So I don't find it to be a necessity to go into a grocery store and steal there because it ain't doing nothing. We're gonna raise the price
for everybody
who is paying for it.
For everybody else. Okay, Reverend Gardner said yes, they both are crime, but even the Bible say people do not despise a there if he steals to satisfy his hunger when he is starving. Both are crimes, but one is a necessity and one isn't. True to an extent. True to an extent of what I think the police department was trying to do. And that's just me now. I've seen several people. Let's compare this. How many people has seen the young lady pushing a buggy, with I think her clothes in, up Skyland Boulevard at Walmart or whatever, and stopped and said, "Hey, I will. Do you need help, or do you want a place to live, or can I buy you some groceries, or can I buy you food?" How many people actually can honestly that's on here say they went out of their way to help that particular person?
Well, there we do have a caller on the line.
Well, okay, let's go, caller.
Hey, Daryl.
Yes, sir.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. We
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
hear you. Okay. Yeah. So here's the issue. There's multiple layers to this.
Okay.
I don't know anybody that would not do whatever they need to do if now that's a caveat now, if they are hungry and in need. Now there are multiple examples in the Bible where that behavior is excused. Multiple. So to say that it's the same thing as stealing a TV and some valuables, that's not the same thing. They are crimes. Both of them are crimes. But one of them should be from sensitive humanity be looked upon not as harshly as the other. Now, here's another thing. When we talk about services, here's the problem with services. There are so many services out here. But the problem with, especially when it comes to our community, how many people know about these services? Or how many people know how to navigate those services? There are people, I'm a pastor, every single day, every day, somebody is either calling or coming to my church for help. Now, we can't help everybody. And the next church can't. And most of these churches, most of these people, they don't know about temporary emergency services. They don't know about these agencies. They don't know about them. And though there are churches who are helping people, but my church can't help everybody. Beulah, Bethel, Elizabeth. And so we have a problem that I think that we need to look at in terms of providing economic opportunities, mental health. And see, those are the things we ought to be talking about, not criminalizing a woman provided that she was stealing to take something. Now, I commented on the post too, but my post was more so of the Tuscaloosa Police Department putting this up on Facebook, taking the time to post something like this on Facebook of something that probably didn't cost but $30 or $40. And so I think that we have bigger fish to fry, and I know they do with all their problems, than somebody that took $20, $30, $40 worth of stuff. So that's my point. We got to look at what do these people know about? And then if there's somebody that has mental issues, and by the caption, it sounds like this woman probably does, that's what we ought to be doing, not criminalizing. And lastly, Black people, we ought to know, man, that mass incarceration is killing us. It's destroying our families. It's destroying our communities. And the statistics show that we are incarcerated 10 times more than the other race, and the majority of those crimes, the sentences, the majority of the sentences, they are not met out the same. So I don't know why we should be criminalizing people to take something that's needed, and then how we can equate that to stealing an iPhone, a computer, or a television. And that's my comment.
Well, at the same time, let's say the person might not have mental health issue, but the person that kicking in the door might need a substance abuse treatment or alternative. But the crime, and I think you would, well, some people might say, the crime is stealing is stealing. But the results, the after results, after she's been arrested, what is the results or the solution for her to not do it again? Or he not do it again, or she might not do it again. That's the solution. But we're criminalizing. I guess this investigator that put this up, to me, I think it was just being too lazy to just ride over the Winding Creek Apartments and ask a couple of people at the office and say, hey, y'all seen this lady? Do you know her? Or go down to the trailer park on 69 South down and say, hey, y'all recognize this young lady? Do she recognize? And I guarantee you they probably would have said, yeah, that's such and such. She live around the corner. Or she live in that apartment.
Yeah. Hey, Daryl, look,
Yes,
this won't take but 30 seconds.
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I remember a few years ago, I was at the Tuscaloosa Library, and I left my computer out. It was a dumb mistake. I left my computer to run home to get my son off the bus. When I came back, my computer was gone. I called TPD, of course, to make a report, and the guy, the officer laughed at me. And, and he said, now, and this is what he said. He said, we'll do what we can. He said, but now we're not going to spend a whole lot of time trying to investigate this. But what he was talking, and he said this, he talked about the value of the computer. And what he was saying, man, we ain't going to launch no manhunt to find an $800 computer. Now, that's a computer. So you tell me, if he's saying to me that, now we catch them, but Mr. Gardner, we ain't ready to go out and tear Tuscaloosa up. Now, that's a computer. Mm-hmm. So why are we doing this to a woman that probably ain't got $30 worth of stuff, and what she got, she probably needed? That's my point. And I mean, if I'm kicking somebody's door in to take a computer or TV to buy crack, I need to go to jail. Okay. If I go out here killing somebody, stabbing somebody, my butt needs to go to jail. Okay. But when people are out here hurting and need mental health issues, and here we are as a state closing down mental hospitals, moving social services out of communities where people can't get help. I can't believe Black folks on here talking about that we ought to treat this lady like this. They taking stuff out of our community. They are removing. Pickens County, a county that's predominantly Black, they took the hospital out. I know 2 people that are dead that could be living if they had that hospital. And here's how we equate that. There are some people who don't know how to get help, and then the social agencies that are doing the help, you go and talk to them people. They will tell you that they need help themselves.
They overwork.
So I think that we need to look deeper at this, other than some little woman that took $20, $30 worth of stuff. And now maybe we need to be talking about a show about the crackhead that's stealing TV. But to talk about this woman that took $20, $30 worth of stuff, I just don't think that's it. Because there are people out there that's really harming our community. They the one that need to go to jail and be criminalized. But people that's doing this, I don't know if that's the route we should go. Hey, thank you. I don't want to take up your time. You got other callers.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate what you do.
Reverend Gardner, before you go, I got a question. Now, at what point do you think that we should look at her as a criminal? Like you saying $30, $40 worth of grocery stuff. if she went in and stole a basket full of groceries, would that be a change in your perception?
Here's the answer to that question. That's a big if, because and of course yes. So if people go in to steal a basket full of stuff, I don't know if we can say that person, and maybe we can, I don't know, but I don't know if that person, if somebody does that, I don't know if we can say that they are desperately in need. But you know what? I'm not the one to judge if they go in and if they got 3 and 4 children to feed, ain't got no groceries in the house. I really don't know if that should be criminalized. But here's the thing: we're talking about food versus a luxury. And so I think, again, I'm a preacher, and I know biblically, the Lord what we're doing to this lady, the Lord don't do it. And I've already posted a scripture. What we are doing to this lady, because now this lady ain't stole no TV. She's let's assume she took food because of where she was. So what we're doing to this lady, the Bible don't do it. So now if we got a show about somebody taking TVs and computers and diamond rings, yeah, they need to go to jail. They need to go to jail. So, but if somebody's taking food, and if it's a basket of food, and if they took the basket because, you know what, I got 3 miles to feed and my babies are hungry, they are starving, I don't know where to go. I went to Plum Grove, and Reverend Gardner told me they didn't have nothing. I went to Pastor Savage, and he told me that they don't help nobody but they members. I went to Temporary Mercy Service. They want me to fill out all kind of paperwork. See, that's the world that we live in. Mm-hmm. See, a lot of times we got services, man, but it's so much red tape with these services. Some of them I can't keep up with. And that's why I tell my people at my church, listen, when people are in need, they ain't got time for you to call no committee together and to fill out a bunch of paperwork. Help the people. And so that's my thing. So yeah, to answer your question, that's relative to the number of that's relative to the situation, the number of children that she might have, and how desperate they've been, or how long it's been since they've eaten. That's my answer. Listen, thank y'all guys. Y'all do a great service to this community, and I appreciate both of y'all. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Red.
Thank you, Reverend Gardner.
Yes, sir.
Once again, Jesse, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still
listening. Okay, I want people to know you're on the phone. What's your take, Jesse? Matter of fact, you possibly called me and was a victim the other day.
Yeah. It was a different scenario, and under those circumstances, yes, it was because it was my situation was I felt was malicious because.
Hold on, Jesse. Let me urge his call.
Yeah, he has
Go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yes, my situation, gentlemen, I had dropped my keys at this in front of the restaurant establishment. And when I was coming out to go back to my truck, my keys, I didn't have them. So I searched inside the restaurant and even had some of the workers search for them. Couldn't find them. So of course, I dropped them somewhere. Someone had to have picked my keys up. And like I said, I had a conversation with Dow earlier because I wanted to ask him a question about it. But at that point, when I lost them, someone picked them up. At that point, when they picked them up and left the premises, that was theft of property. Mm-hmm. So of course, I called and had a picture done on it. And I want them to have them investigate so they can look at the video and see what possibly happened. So in those circumstances, Yes, that's theft, and yes, whoever took him, yeah, prosecuted, absolutely, because that was just malicious and it was uncalled for, and that was absolute. That was a conscious decision they made. You know, now that wasn't out of any type of desperation, and I understand what Reverend Gardner was talking about when people are hungry. I've known people to be hungry, and if someone takes food and they're hungry, that's different. That's a whole nother situation. I'm not gonna be trying to want anybody to be prosecuted. I want them to be stopped and told, hey, we need to get you some help. But if we're prosecuting them, no, I don't think under those circumstances. That's just under those circumstances. Now, stealing, like what Mike's saying, what if they steal a buggy? Now, if you go in there and steal a buggy of food, that isn't desperation. That's just outright ridiculousness. When a person is in desperate need of something to eat, they go in, steal something real quick, get home and cook it and feed their family. That's desperation and an absolute need right there to do what they do. Because people do come under those type of desperations. And also the red tape issue, Reverend Gardner couldn't have been more right about that. When these people go in these places, they sometimes they want 4 and 5 different pieces of identifications. They want utility bills. They ask for all type of things when they just need to just give people some assistance. Why they ask for all these different identifications, I don't even know. I don't know.
I like to give a reason why they ask for so much identification and so many different pieces of stuff. Because if you think about those people who go and take all that stuff, some of those people are not even in as bad a shape as
they're not
those
even
people
in
who
need.
really
Some
need.
of them ain't even in
And they'll
need.
go and take all that stuff in there, and they'll get all the assistance that they got allocated to an area, and they don't even need it as much as some other folks will that just feel like I don't feel like I need to be filling out no paperwork.
But I understand that. I understand what you're saying, Mike. I do. But at the end of it all, some people don't have all of that, and they are in desperate need, and that's why they turn to doing the things that they do out of desperation because they feel that is the last resort. I'm telling you, I'm just saying, I'm saying now, this is the mindset of when someone is in those situations because I've seen people come up and up to me and I know they're in a desperate situation, and I've had people approach me at the Walmart, excuse me, sir, I need some money help to, feed my family. And I walked in there and I pick out some items that you want, I've done that, and I know there's probably times when they probably couldn't get nobody to help them in them circumstances and they went in there and got it the best way they can. You know, I'm just saying sometimes that red tape it just promotes bad behavior. Unfortunately, it just does because when you're desperate.
Got
And I
another
don't
call.
care.
We got another call on the phone. Hold on, Justin. Go ahead, Veronica.
Yeah.
um there's so many there's so many things as far as like I looked at Darren's post and I saw the post about that the TPT put up about the woman. As far as this lady goes, I think a lot of people are making assumptions. TPD could have handled it a different way, but as we know, Facebook sometimes helps them solve some of the lesser issues, the lesser crimes. Social media is what social media is. So do I hate it? It's like we hate everything about social media, just like we love so many things about it. So, and the Facebook post probably wouldn't be so bad, but like I said, it's social. So when you get the social community start throwing their stuff out there, then we're thinking like we're going to feel bad for the woman because it's like Pastor Gardner said, it shouldn't. The comments are ridiculous. We don't know what kind of help she needs. So again, it's the way TPT or the way they're handling certain things. Just like we talked the other day, I don't like the fast, high speed chases. I'm thinking safety first. So with this young woman, I'm thinking Is it really that much to embarrass her? She's already out there trying to get crumbs. Is it really that much to embarrass her? Because like Daryl said, they could have went to the neighborhood. They knew exactly what neighborhood she went to. It's only one Winding Creek and right across the street. So another issue is the comments. Our society doesn't have much empathy. We're just desensitized to the heart, the issues, and of other people. We're just desensitized not only to violence, just to crime in general, and to people's feeling and mental stability. The third issue I have is mental stability. Though we're saying she may have had a mental issue, she may have, but and nobody knows that yet. She could have just got up on the wrong side of the day, pissed off, and she's probably just like that every day. We don't know. Lady could be smarter than all of us on this phone. Some people with mental issues are smarter than all of us on this phone.
Yes.
So like reading that into it, I just really can't do that based on somebody's appearances. I've seen men down at the casino green track get picked up by a nice woman. You clean that man up. You never knew he was out there with a sign up asking for food. Pick that lady up. You never knew she was out there trying to hustle for food. So my thing is, as far as the post now that Daryl did, okay, I don't have any empathy for those type of things because think about it. What if your child is old enough to stay home and watch the other kids? 12 years old, 13 years old. You at work. Somebody kicks your door in. He's a drug addict. Yeah, he needed help, but at this point, he made a conscious decision from the very jump to take that first whiff of drugs. Some people get addicted off that first hit. Some people it takes a long time. Addicts. But when you kick that door in, and you got kids or elderly person or pets, whoever in there, that person's kicked that door in with the thought to steal because he might want to go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So you can flip that around. Just people that are doing things like that, they may be looking for something to eat. The lady or other people that go and steal $40 worth of groceries, they may be getting that groceries because it's free, because it's stolen. They may be going to sell their groceries not to eat, but to sell it for drugs.
Yeah.
So it's too many what ifs in it about it. And to be honest, it is what it is now. TPD is going to keep doing it. My issue is as long as they're fair about it, as long as they're fair racially about it, and when they do find this woman, find out that she needs some help. Because most times when you go into a store and somebody gets caught stealing, they don't spit at you. And like I said, she may be spitting because she has mental issues or she on drugs. Okay, but still, when they find her, like Daryl said, they could have went through the neighborhood and watched, found her, offer a little reward, $100, because y'all offering rewards for other people to tell on about other stuff. I don't think it's bad to offer rewards. One of y'all know who somebody's seen her, we'll give y'all whatever. Just to see if the lady needs help. If we're talking about getting some help, be fair about it. Now lately they've been putting up both colors, or all colors. Now I don't know, crime is crime. So sometimes I say, well, they did this, so they should have put them up. Well, to me, crime is crime. As long as when you get the perpetrator, that you handle it the right way. Because growing up in Tuscaloosa, most people I've seen that stole out of the grocery store, once they got caught, they were apologetic and they begged not to call the police. And some of the stores let them have it.
Hold on one second. We got another call on there. Hold on, Mike. Hold on, Mike. Okay, let me get this call and then yours. Go ahead, caller. Did mine hang up? Yeah, mine hung up. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, go ahead, caller. Caller? Hello? Caller? They're still on the line.
Who is the other call? Was it on your call, Mike?
It's on my line.
Yeah, I had one on mine too, but they might have turned around and called Mike. 887 something, Mike? Yeah.
We just saying wireless caller right here. I don't got the extra number.
Okay. All right.
Caller? Okay. You can call back. Yeah. Yeah, this is a real, I say it's a real, touchy subject. There's a lot of different variables. Like Pat said, there's a lot of different layers to it. And, I don't think nobody's really right or wrong. Everybody has their opinion of how they view it, and stealing is against the law, no matter how you dress it up. But if it's maliciously done and kicked indoors and violating someone's property and it causes someone expense and time and stress,
Yeah, I think those sort of things are without question. They need to be handled. But, stealing of food from a grocery store, it can be addressed, but,
Let
you
me
know,
let me
I
let
think
me let me
my
let me, let me
whole
get it.
thing about looking at it as though it's just somebody stealing from a grocery store, and even if it's only I went in there and I stole it off for free. Um, because some people just steal because they for lack of a better word, took the money at. I want to see if I can get away
Because they
with it.
can.
Because they do it at Walmart all the time. They walk in and if they too busy, they walk out with. I've seen them walk out with cases of beer. At Walmart.
Yeah, but it's like you said, there's many issues behind it. There are celebrities who steal just for the thrill of it. And they don't have to steal. They've been out there with Nona Ryder years and years ago, got caught stealing jeans or something. Because it was a rush. She had a problem. She had an issue. So that's a celebrity. So, yes, she's going to get help. So I understand Pastor Gardner saying this lady may need help. But when it gets down to her spitting at folks and all this kind of stuff, she still may need help. But then I think stealing is stealing.
Yeah,
I think when it comes to food, she was smart enough to put the Piggly Wiggly groceries in a Dollar General bag.
Right.
We
They
clever though.
rationalize.
We
When they can
clever.
rationalize,
We clever.
there's some rationalization going on.
well, that's the plan. That was the plan. But I'm just saying, when it comes to personal items and things that are intangible. I mean, food is a necessity. Jeans and new jeans, new sneakers. That is something that's not gonna help. It's not gonna keep you alive. The food is a necessity, and so if if he or she steals because they're hungry, then that's one thing. If they're stealing for some benefit, trying to sell drugs or something, that's not what you want to do. That's not.
And we really can't even base that on appearance. Like, we don't even know
Right,
if it's
you don't
because
know.
she wants to eat or because she may be trying to get just one hit and then
Right.
we're going to
I'm
get these
just
steaks.
right. I'm
Exactly.
just saying from my viewpoint, if they are stealing because they are hungry, then there's the compassion for the whole
Right.
ordeal. But if it's for anything other than that,
It's quick. Now we don't know exactly what type of food she stole. So what if she went to Piggly Wiggly and picked up about
Mike,
5 or 6 different T-bones or porterhouse?
it's food though.
DeMello, put up the photo
It's
of the
food.
picture of the
It
young
is
lady.
food. You know what I mean? It's rather if it's look. If she
Yeah,
went
I always had an interest in stealing food because like my great granddad said, you feed anybody.
you
But like she might have been porterhouse because it might have been the first thing she saw.
yeah,
She just grabbed
it's
it.
food. Yeah, it's food.
Oh, okay. I think the chicken come up before the beef.
I
But
mean,
No,
you just see, there's too many intangibles into that, Mike. You don't know what way she went in the store. It's a lot of things you start to got to look at that. You don't know what way she went in the store, what angle she hit from. How long she waited to make the grab. I mean, okay, I'm gonna tell you like this: if it's me and I'm trying to feed my kids, if I enter the store, I'm going straight to the back because I know where that is. I'm not trying to get there, stop and look, see if beef, fish, poultry. I'm grabbing the first meat I see.
First meat you see. So at Walmart, the first meat you come up on over there, other than the fish, is the steaks and the beef. Then you go to the pork and then it's the chicken. I'm just letting you know because I shop at Walmart.
And the beef, the steaks and beef, they're closer to the door.
They're close to the door.
Yeah, so what beef do you come to first?
I mean, it really doesn't matter because that's those are putting intangibles in it that really don't matter. They're stealing like the type of meat. If you get that strategic with it, then you're gonna get whatever is closest to you, and you be lining it out.
And when they go down that line, they're gonna snatch one, they're gonna keep walking, they're gonna snatch another, they're gonna keep walking, they're gonna snatch another, and they out the door. So she probably, if they do it that way,
Y'all not getting what I'm trying to say though. What I'm trying to say is, what if she didn't go in there just because she was hungry, but because, man, they got good looking steaks over here, and I'm gonna go get me a couple of these. I'm gonna throw them in there.
Well, see, that fits in the category of stealing because you can.
Yeah.
That fits in the category of stealing because you can.
At the end of the day, if she stole steaks and she went home and cooked them for her family, same difference. That's all I'm saying. Whether it's chicken, steak, pork ribs, it doesn't matter. Meat, whatever type of meat they grab, put their hands on. They take it home, they cook it for their family. The purpose is done. You know, the reason for her or him stealing the meat was to feed the family. So I don't think the quality or the type of meat makes a difference to me. You know, like
Right, yeah, that's why I say I can have. To me, stealing is stealing, but I can still have empathy for it. But there's so many things at play here. Like I said, the way TPD handled it, some people are mad about that. Like Reverend Garner was saying, why do you have to do this? Why, the things that people were saying. Do TPD have to put that on Facebook? But we have to look at the flip side of it and say Facebook is so easy.
Yeah.
So okay, let's throw this on Facebook.
It's like almost, why you got to be one of us, you folks,
Right, and that's why I said my thing with that was, is it fair? It comes down to fairness, and lately I've been seeing everybody on there.
And I think that's what a lot of people are saying too. Is it only going to be African Americans displayed or criminalized? Is it going to be only the poor? Is it going to be only the black women? Is it going to be men?
Because Facebook is too easy for them not to use. So that's my issue. Are you being fair about who you're choosing to display? Because these people are already defeated. Now they're taking this whooping the backlash from the community.
And not only them, the families are victims also.
Children got to go to school. Well, she got kids. That picture everywhere.
Yeah, I saw your mom on TV. She was stealing something from such and such. I understand all of that. But at the same time, Reverend Garner brought up something about Tuscaloosa that I think we all agree. There's not enough resources or people are in place to make enough resources available for Tuscaloosa. There's not a simple treatment center right here in Tuscaloosa for substance abuse. We putting out people. They put out people from Bryce into the community without resources to consistently watch and look over them. There's not a simple location in Tuscaloosa for people to even get some basic treatment, substance abuse treatment, y'all.
And I think we had a Bradford location at one point.
In-house. We that's the point. I think we need in-house treatment programs.
Yeah, it was when she speaking of, it was a Bradford, but I say that Bradford wasn't in Tuscaloosa. I thought it was.
It's still
we had a Bradford location in Northport at one point.
It's still.
That's what I said at one point. We had a Bradford in Tuscaloosa. It wasn't Tuscaloosa City. It was the county. It was in Northport.
It's here, but I don't think.
I think when they left, when I worked in the Birmingham Bradford, it was like the demand or something. I don't know if there was a technical or political or administrative reason for it, but it closed.
But there's no. I think the one you're talking about is still here, but I don't think it's an in-house. It's more.
It's outpatient.
Outpatient, hold the phone, or now.
Is it still Bradford? And then that may be the thing. They trim down the services.
So it's those problems that we see on a daily basis. For us, this young lady getting assisted. Okay, she get arrested. They might give a second chance. They might give her a smack on the hand or a fine, in other words. But what's stopping, or what has anyone looked into the seed of the problem? Why was she out stealing? Is there a reason she's out stealing? In other words, I agree along with a lot of you that, hey, we do need to look further into crime or people that commit crime. One of the questions I used to ask when I was an investigator, why'd you do it? After then, I already said, hey, I confessed to it or I did it. But I'm asking, the heart of the problem is, why did you do it? Sometimes they couldn't even answer why they did it themselves. They just done it. Peer pressure. Just something to do. That's what everybody else doing.
Some of them may have known the answer and been too embarrassed to even tell you.
Correct. Sometimes, Dad, you might get I was hungry. I took it because I was hungry.
On a shoplifter call, it's rare that I've seen shoplifter calls where they was hungry. It was shoplifting calls for most of the time, pushing a lawnmower. I cut the chain and pushing the lawnmower, or taking a TV from the back to the front of Walmart and know you ain't paid for it, but you didn't walk through the meet and greet person. Those kind. It's rare that you see
So I
people.
think that's why Pastor Gardner was so strongly about the fact that it was food.
It's rare that you
So and that's
find
why
one
I can
that's
completely
hungry.
understand that, because you have to have empathy not to be able to understand it.
Yeah,
But sometimes it's like the Facebook post. I think people start throwing in too many additional things or what else. And what we're looking at is a woman who's kind of slightly disheveled. Some people would say a lot disheveled. She has this mean look on her face to me, and it may be a look of fear. You don't know. So I think what he takes from it, like he's a pastor, he's looking biblically, is that this woman got this food when she was hungry. What a lot of us gonna take into it, we're gonna pick through a little bit. Okay, she's got sense, we know that, but she got the Dollar General bag and went into pick it with her. What I'm looking at is, why did you spit? And I think that pisses me off so bad, because I'm like, you don't spit on nobody.
Right. And that could have been, the spitting could have come from.
And that could have been mental. It could have been mental.
And fear,
It could have been a defense mechanism.
Right. And that can be explained. But when you're hungry, and that's all I'm saying.
But
it could have been because of that, because she was hungry. She got to get this. I'm getting them off of me.
I got to get up. Yeah,
I got to get out of here.
Somewhere I need to be. And it's a lot of things.
I got to leave before the police come. That's gonna be first. If I spit, they out the way.
No one
these days.
Both don't want it, especially these days. Nobody will get spat on. They're gonna get COVID from somebody.
Okay, Belinda's behind. Belinda's behind. Okay, Belinda, we're not talking about. There's a young lady, and Carmelo, put the picture up on the screen, if you can, please, right quick. She's behind. She said she didn't start. This young lady, the Tuscaloosa Police Department put this photo of this young lady walking out of Piggly Wiggly, and you go to their Facebook page and see what they're saying about the young lady spitting and threatening, and they wanted someone to identify the young lady. And that's where we're trying to see why in some of the comments, to me, there were people condoning the fact that she stole the food, and they saying they would have paid for it. Well, there again, I say the crime has been committed. The policy of the store is, okay, you commit a crime, they prosecute. Some of them do. I don't know, not all. But anyway, she committed robbery. Based on state law, she committed robbery. And yeah, it is really a low level of robbery. It's a low level. I can see she put in her. I can see she put a hand under her sweatshirt there, and said, "I got a gun." Made you believe that she had a gun, but she committed what they call robbery in the third degree, low level robbery. Would it be a robbery in the third degree? No. If she gets an attorney that's concerned about her well-being and her moment situation, theft 3 the most.
Even a good public defender could help her.
Right.
A good public defender.
Right. And get her some assistance. If I look at her now, people are so judgmental, Veronica. I think me and you the only one said, she might have just left the house in any kind of way.
Right.
People
you
say
judge. You look like they judging, go to a blues show.
They judging the way she looked just based on what she's wearing on this photo.
Yeah, you can't just go off of her appearances. Look at what she's doing. She probably ain't trying to look her best. Whether she can or not, she probably wasn't trying to look her best. We never know what's sent to them. And that lady could be a teacher. She could be a nurse. She could be whatever. She may just not be working. She may be working, maybe not making enough. Her food stamps may have ran out for the month. You just don't know. And you have somebody on the web. Biden just gave 15% increase for a month ago, get a 25% increase. Well, maybe she ain't got hers yet. It's just, you can't look at people and base it off appearance alone. You can't look at her appearance and say, because her appearance, I had an auntie that used to get her food stamp, used to think she was going to the club, because she would make sure she dressed to the nine to let them know that this is assistance. I know it's temporary. That was the way she thought about it. This lady probably didn't think about her clothes. She probably got up, put on what she had to do, put on, go do what she had to do. We can't say She was hungry, and because it could have been for drugs. When you have a person that's really on drugs, they'll steal white out of sugar. So she, like I said, she could have been selling it for that, or she could have been selling it to eat. So you just don't know. You can't just looking at her. A lot of people threw that stuff in there about the way she appeared. That lady probably could address any of them on that post any day.
Yeah. I was just looking at it, what they were saying. She stole food from a grocery store. I was, that's what I just took from it, and I just thought my thought process was, if she's stealing some food, and hopefully it's because she's hungry. Well, not gonna say hopefully she's hungry, but if there's any need of doing that, and a reason to do it is because you're hungry, and that's the case. I can find forgiveness in that without no problem. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's just the lack of community empathy. And most of us grew up right here in Tuscaloosa, and the empathy that we had in the 80s is gone. And it's out of some of us. It's out of some of us. The empathy is gone. Now, some of it is because of what we've gone through, or because of what we know people will do, or we know how far people are willing to go. But if you think about it, I think when you see somebody steal food, no matter what they look like, you still should think empathy first. Absolutely. Even if she was getting it to sell it for drugs, or if she was getting it to take home for her kids, think empathy first. Because, like I said, she was in there stealing food. She didn't go back there to pull the TV to the front and come back and try to wheel the TV out.
Yeah, because you can always say to a person, don't worry about it, I got that.
Yeah.
Have it. I'll get that. Don't walk out the door without paying for it. I got enough to get yours too, and we'll do it like that. And then pay it forward if you possibly can. But like you said, we can't always judge, because we can't always assume that this person that died needs. Some people, like you said, some people steal just to steal.
Yeah, we try to get over. Hey, we got another caller on the line.
Go ahead, caller.
Hello, Miss Hargis. Hello. They hung up.
Calls.
They dropping on you, Mike.
They hung up.
Oh, they hung up. Okay, tell Carmelo he can take the photo down. We all got our own idea of what might have happened or what it could be happening, and it's some of the comments. I mean, if all the people that said they would have went to Pick the Wicked and paid for all for this $20 or $30 grocery.
That's the thing that get me, because we got a lot of people who saying they probably would have got it for, but then there's a lot of people that you see when you can pass by. A lot of people that might sit on the side of the road with that cardboard, will work for food. Can I get a couple of dollars for something to eat or something like that? And cars zoom right past them on a daily basis.
Keep going.
Up here at Walmart all the time, there's a couple of guys that sit up there with that cardboard box and they will work for food.
Say this, Mike, and I'm gonna say this to everybody. I was down one day. I was coming from Lowe's, and there was a white guy standing out there, with his cardboard and everything. And then next he stepped back, and there's the white boy, and the white girl pulls up in a car, not a brand new car, but a decent car, picks him up, and they go about their way. I'm like, they hustling folks or what? Because some of these people out there hustling, and let me tell you, it's common, in New York, because most of you guys know that's where I was raised at. Some people be on that subway. You think about how many hundreds of thousands of people go through the subway system. If you could tag a person for a nickel or a dime from that many people all day, you know how much money you're gonna make. And there are a lot of these people in New York that the news media has done stories on them. These people are in condos in nice parts of Manhattan, sending their kids to private schools. This is no joke. So you gotta be careful of scammers, And
I agree with that, Jesse. Hey, we got Miss Hargis back on the line. Go ahead, Miss Hargis.
Tell them listen to Okay.
Hello, everyone. I was just commenting on this lady here. You can't tell if that lady is on survival mode. If she got kids at home and she ain't got no other means of getting anything else to help her, she got to do what she got to do. I'm not saying that it's right to steal, but if you ain't got nothing and there's a grocery store over there and you got 4 kids at the house and no man to help you, what you gonna do?
Ask for some assistance. More than likely, and I don't want to stereotype, more than likely, a single mother of 4 children probably got about $1,800 worth of food stamp last week.
You ain't lying.
I'm being for real.
But stereotype. Truth is the truth.
But
have they used all the EBT yet?
Hey, one came out 2 weeks ago, didn't it?
I understand what y'all saying about asking for some assistance, but what if it ain't no help today? What if it ain't no help today and your kids ain't ate in 2 days? What you gonna do?
Whatever you can.
I totally understand that now. I'm finna flip the script on you. I was at work. This happened to me about a month ago. We were at work. I work at a finance company. I was looking out the window. White lady pulled up in his big old truck with the man. The man threw the woman out. The man threw the woman out in a baby cart, and she had a little dog with her. And when he threw that woman out, that woman was crying so hard, and she had a little cart. She put the dog in it, and when she put that dog in it, me as a woman, I said, "No, this woman ain't even got no shoes on." So I went out there and I asked her, I said, "Do you have any shoes?" She said, "No, I had a pair of flip flops in my job." I gave that woman those shoes, and then we came on back around. I said, "Have you eaten today?" She said, "I have not eaten." I gave that woman a $20 bill. She was a white lady. I felt sorry for her. She was crying. She walked on down through on down through the shopping center, and I guess the other businesses were helping her. Now lunchtime, one of my co-workers had gone across the Hobby Lobby to that same woman, and that man were over there. They were getting over on people. I gave that woman a pair of shoes, and I gave her $20. And I tried to go over there and tear that help. Let me get that $20. You don't know where people be going through, you know?
Belinda, she got you.
But listen here. We always.
But that's what we were saying. You don't know if they scamming or if they truly hungry, if they truly trying to survive.
Right. That's why you're gonna give what you don't miss. Don't give something that you don't miss.
I know that's right, Jesse. That keep a lot of falling out from happening.
It do, man, but if you still fit it, just got set out of what you don't miss, you still make it feel away.
I was like, she was getting over.
But you just don't give away what you can't. What you don't. You don't want to do that.
I promise you.
They always told that's just like when it's coming to borrowing money.
Yeah, especially when it comes to borrowing.
That lady got. She got.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to borrow money. If they ask you to borrow 50, just say, "Here, you can have this 25. Don't worry about it."
Don't worry about it, because that's.
Because you're gonna get mad when you expect that 50 back and you can't get it.
Don't know.
Belinda, what about your shoes? You know, you gotta add it.
I needed that shoe, man. I got the shoe because she didn't have no shoes.
It was comfortable too, but.
And then let me tell you something else. The girl was going to get some from Walmart. About an hour later, on down to Walmart, on down there in Norfolk. They were down there. Same day, I promise you, the same day. Not taking light of what happened to the young lady. I just thought about this and scared. But that lady got me bad. There was some yellow bar flip flop. I told her to go down there and tell her, let me get them back.
I tell you, you got to be careful these hardcore scammers out there, though. Because when that guy jumped in that car, I was like, "You see this?" Okay. I know, but see now that goes to what I was saying, that people like that make it harder for those people who are actually out there
in need.
They trying not to steal. They actually need their help, and because you done got so desensitized to
All right, y'all have a good night.
Okay.
All right, thank you. So, Mike, that's why I said, if you're gonna give what you don't miss. Don't hurt you. Because so just like I said too, if I give you something and I'm giving it out the goodness of my heart and I ain't looking for it back, and then I find out you still scam me, it still make me feel a certain kind of way. You're gonna feel the same type of way, but the thing about it, you know not to do it again, but it won't hurt you. That's what I'm saying. It won't hurt you none. Because I always say this, somebody come ask me something, yes, I've given people, a few dollars, and then they went and not done what they supposed to do. They said they were going to do with the money. That happened years ago, though, when I've given somebody some money in front of the gas station. Then next year you turn around and you see them, and they got a bottle of wine in their hand, But I got to the point where I don't even worry about it. If I got it, and they say they need it for get something to eat, and I give it to them. Sometimes I'll just go buy them something to eat. There you go. That's fun. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I give it, then I turn it loose. I turn it loose. Because what I gave, I can afford to give, and I'm not even gonna worry about it. In God's eye, I did what a good fellow man should do for his fellow man or woman, and I just let it go. That just gives my conscience a lot less stress. It's just me. It's just me, fellas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a DeMello. Let's take a little quick break, right quick. We're gonna try to wrap this up tonight about 9:30. So if you want to call in and give your assessment, you can. So we're gonna take a quick break and come right back. I think our producer's watching.
You might be, man. I understand that school been wearing them out here this week. The last couple of weeks.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm sending the shoot.
All right. Anybody watching the summer league basketball?
I don't.
I haven't seen it.
I don't.
I know we got a person there from Alabama that's supposed to be going on though. Who's that? Can't think of his name.
The young man that went in the first round.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name either, but we'll see. All right, he's finna send us a little break right quick. We're gonna take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
For over 27 years here in Tuscaloosa, Catfish Heaven has been pleasing our taste buds with their delicious catfish, pan trout, hot wings, coleslaw, hush puppies, and don't forget about those made-to-order French fries. Whether it's your snack time, lunchtime, or dinner time, give the guys a call over at Catfish Heaven at 205-752-7222, or you can make your order online at catfishheaventuscaloosa.com. So head on over to Catfish Heaven at 2502 21st Street. See you there.
Okay, he gave us a quick break.
Hello?
Hey, Rick, I had to call you to tell you that the food that you brought to the party last night was wonderful. It made me think about my grandmother's cooking. Where did you get that food, brother?
I went down to Thomas Rib Shack to pick up the ribs, but when I got there, I seen that they had more than just ribs. I seen baked chicken, fried chicken, corn muffins, vegetables, apple pie, peach pie, and I looked around and I seen a sign that told me that they got chitlins and oxtails on Sunday. Oh. All I can tell you, go down to 2931 15th Street or just give them a call like I did at area code 205-759-5010. Thomas Rib Shack, Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yeah, I had shared this little short video I think it was like on, I want to say it was on Facebook or Twitter, and it was about a little Asian
Tuscaloosa,
guy,
get ready.
those real high oak bridges.
Tuscaloosa, get ready for the T-Town Labor Day Blues and Groove Festival. Saturday, September 4th at SoCo Park, featuring TK Soul, Abel Hollywood,
Is you 25 and
Magic One, Jay Hammer, Miss Jody, Donnie Ray, and the Jay Morris Group. Gates open at noon. Showtime 2 p.m. It's all hosted by MC Sir Anthony. Bring your tents, coolers, lawn chairs, and RVs. Vendors are welcome. Kick off your Labor Day weekend at the Blues and Groove Festival, starring TK Soul, Abel Hollywood, Magic One, Jay Hammer, Miss Jody, Donnie Ray, and the Jay Morris Group. Saturday, September 4th at SoCo Park in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. For tickets and vendor info, call 205-872-2113.
Want to, put me in jail, what they want to do. But they had agreed, though. They did the review and they had agreed. But they were hell.
A lot of times they're lucky to pay, though.
Yeah, they were going down. I was like, man, what the heck y'all talking about? I said, nah, that's not egregious in any type of way. I don't believe that, And they did their little review, and they came back and said, okay, we're gonna let that go. Like they kind of like it from their words. Let that go. I was like, man, these people crazy, man. I was like, but the post was so funny because dude just lost it. He just like had a nervous breakdown. I mean, he was legged, everything went. It was crazy. I was like, that was just funny to me. But they didn't like it. They didn't think it was that funny.
Well, I've been waiting. I was waiting to see what Brother Kyle Porter was gonna come on to tell him to break the news about that club over on over by Winston.
I don't think that club existed. To be honest with you, didn't nobody know about it. I thought the Tank yesterday. Tank was on Battle of the Sexes with me yesterday. We talked about that club. He said he ain't heard it. Nobody know about that club.
Nobody know about that club, y'all.
That one came.
Nobody know about that club. My good friend gave me a photo to go along with it, and everybody I seen that talked about it, they said. Now I seen one young lady said something about Caesars. It might have been called Caesars or something, but I wasn't sure she was saying. I think a guy named Caesar Tall used to be over there or had something to do with the strip because I went to school with him, but I don't remember no club. Nobody remember no club. Now the gas station, nobody know. The guy did remind me that where Jack's was, it was a filling station before that. So a couple people confirmed that part of it.
Yeah, I remember that gas station over there.
And Belinda said, "Oh, I grew up right across from Rollins. It wasn't a club, and everybody agreed it was a club."
Across from Rollins on Martin Luther King?
Yeah, McKinney's Court.
On McKinney's Court.
Oh, the number. Oh, Caroline want to call in. Caroline, the number is 826-7661 or call 310-6067. Call the 6067 number. It'll get you in quicker. I had to switch over. 310-6067, correct?
Yes.
Okay. She want to call in.
Oh, Kai.
Kai
might be looking still researching.
I guess he in that tunnel.
That was with some great figure. He knew that club was there because he stood outside.
He probably down in that tunnel that leads from the west side all the way to Harker Road East. Because I ain't heard nobody talk about no tunnel.
He said it's a cave underneath the sunny time. Or bigger than this whole town.
What are you talking about, the religious center?
Oh, no. Oh,
no,
God.
It's a cave underneath.
He said it's a cave under the street from the west side all the way to Harker Road East. out there by your place, just says a cave.
Ain't no club over here.
No, 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 no.
No, cave.
He said a
Ain't
cave.
no cave around there.
Yeah, that's what he said. I don't know what Brother Porter was on last week. He
I
was
know he cut back on that medication.
he was
Hey,
on that
he
club.
ain't one of them on Chico Stick we were talking about.
He was on them club. He was adamant that there was a club over there between Sweet Tay and Winston Stowe in the game room.
I don't recall that.
No, I don't think nobody do. And like I said, we all grew up in this neighborhood long time, just and nobody.
I ain't been out here that long, but the time I've been out here, I ain't never known a club out there.
Nobody.
I tell you what, anybody who was down here one time, it was over there at Sweet Taste, because Sweet Taste had that fish.
That's right.
You was gonna get that. Yeah, the fish. Yeah.
But everybody would be at Sweet Taste after the club, or asking for them to open up or something.
Some.
It was over at 61. That is something that liquor.
Mm-hmm. But
right across the street from 61, getting them Polish sauce.
Now they said the gas station was called Burton Gas Station. So I just vaguely remember it. I don't remember the gas station, but he said it was called the number 310-6067. Caroline Shine. 310-6067. Carmelo, put up the number one more time. We got 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Stealing is stealing. A crime is a crime. But the one I put up today, I seen what folks say. I work too hard for my stuff, and the Joker come up in there and kicking my dough, and take my 75-inch screen TV off the wall.
But see, a lot of people have had that to happen. So when you put that one up there, they were person. They took the nerve.
I got our call on the line.
Okay, go ahead, caller.
Hey, Daryl. I know you're talking about the club and stuff right now, but anyway, what I was to talk about was the people stealing.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, we have a family member, and his family has depleted 2 retirements, 3 retirements, matter of fact, 3 retirements, and trying to get this child some help. He's on crack, true enough. And even though he cleans himself up while he's in jail, and he stays clean for a little while he's out, he goes right back to it. Matter of fact, he's in jail as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just don't want help, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he's stolen money from his parents. He's stolen food out of the house. You know, some people just don't want help. It's just something that they do. You know, and he has been to the best clinics, the best rehabs that money can buy, because his parents did that for him.
Mm-hmm.
But some people just don't want help. And then if I'm going in the store, I was a single mother with 3 babies. And if I was going to go in the store and steal, I don't think I would have been stealing no steak or no crap like that. I would have been stealing me some Roman noodles, something that's going to go further to feed my family. You know, that's just me.
So
I don't want to just eat for a day.
So Caroline, to sum up what you're saying, some people steal for what they steal because they want to steal, and some people don't, and some people don't want help at all.
Exactly. Now, I used to work at McFarland Mall, and one of the sons used to just steal out of the stores to see could he get away with it. This one McFarland Mall was up and running very well. I used to work there, and that guy would come in and go in different stores and steal stuff. Well, you know, it didn't matter because his dad owned the mall.
Mm-hmm.
They just do it just to see can they get away with it. We do have sympathy for people. It's not that we don't have sympathy, because we do pay it forward a lot. But some people just do it just to be doing it. You know, you got women that put food up under their dresses or even in their baby pampers in order to sell it and just to get enough ahead.
Yeah, I think we do have sympathy, but we don't have empathy.
Yeah, I mean,
So the empathy is different. Yeah. We have sympathy because like each of us said what we would do and this about the services that we need. But once something happens and it gets put on Facebook, that's social media is so easy for everybody. Like we said earlier, even the police. But then that's where the lack of empathy come in. People just go in because they have lack of empathy.
I understand it, but I would rather if somebody stole something from me from my house, please put them on Facebook. Matter of fact, the guy across the street from me, he raises pit bulls. The person that stole his pit bulls put them on Facebook. The sheriff went with him, and he got his dogs back. That's how he got that. That's how he feed his family.
So the crime was solved. That crime was solved because it was put on Facebook.
It was put on Facebook.
And it's too easy not to use it.
Yeah.
It's too easy not to use it.
And you know, to me, it's a wonderful thing. My daughter, my own daughter, committed a felony. She was on the news. That's how I found out that my child had committed a felony. And by the time we got through with her, she ain't been no more trouble. No more. Okay. And this was on the news. She was on the news. She was in the car with some other people, you know? But that's how I found out. But by the time we got through with her, everybody, I tell you what, everybody in that car went to prison herself up. And I thank God that she did not because she was pregnant. Okay. And it's not that she came from a bad home at all. Hey, she was just peer pressure. She hanging out. She wanted to be grown.
Yeah, we got to remember what we used to say too. When our parents used to get a hold of us, you get it when you shout it. So Facebook is like, you know, and everybody didn't care who saw it. So now people are real concerned about who's seeing the pictures when somebody's seeing the crime. You know, when you show you get punished. When you show out there, you get it there. You in the kicking with the grocery store, acting the food, kicking stuff. That's what your mama gonna do right there while everybody looking.
That's it.
Taking pictures, recording.
Everybody know about Facebook. Everybody know about Instagram. So if you're doing these things,
social media.
Evidently you don't care who see you. When they put it up there, you don't care. You're not caring. So if you stole it, if you had guts enough to steal it, suffer the consequences. Simple. Because anybody can go in any store and ask the manager, anybody, look, I'm hungry. Is there any way I can get something to eat? Can I get some bread? Can I get something? TES. You can go down there. You ain't got to show nothing. Sharon to give you a bag of groceries. We had to stop the city workers from going to the Super Bowl because they were trying to save money for lunch, and they was going to the Super Bowl. There's ways out there. Some people don't want those ways.
And we have a caller on the line, Daryl.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Good. I'm gonna tell you something else funny. I worked at the mall for about 8-9 years straight. And you know, I used to see people shoplifting all the time, black people and white people. But this one was really funny. This white girl had stole a lot of stuff at Social Security. You know, they couldn't stop them until they went outside the door. So she was struggling and coming out back in and stuff. Then she had on some white pants. Man, that girl was fighting so hard trying to keep that stuff under her clothes. And the security guard, he was struggling with her. He was a little shorter than she was. Man, he flipped her. He flipped on the floor. Time he flipped on the floor, she did number 2 all over herself. She had on some white pants. And she wanted to go get changed. And they pulled all the stuff off her, and she had mess all over.
Wow.
Daryl, Ben used to do security down in one of the stores down number 11. People would come in there and put beers in their baby pampers. In the baby pampers. He told that lady when she got up to the counter, the baby was just crying. I'll cry too if I had a cold beer in my pamper, you know? They take that beer back and put it back where you got it from. You know, it don't make sense. There's ways out there. There's places out there. If somebody comes to you and say, I'm hungry, and you cannot help them, send them to an agency that you know will help them.
And I keep saying TES because I've sent so many people, not just for food, but for they didn't have the money to get their teeth pulled. When they would give you a voucher to go to my wallet to get your teeth pulled. There's ways. There are ways to get this stuff. Some people just do it for the heck of it.
Well, all right.
If somebody walk up to you and say, I'm hungry, and you offer to buy them a meal, and if they don't take that meal, they say, well, no, that's all right, that's all right. They are not hungry. But baby, if I'm hungry, you know me. If I'm hungry, I'm going to follow you to the ends of earth to get that piece of bread or whatever. This you know this about me. So some people are not hungry, they're just lying. And if you stealing is stealing. I don't care how you look at it. Stealing is stealing. Now you can butter it up, say the word, say no. Stealing is stealing. Say thou shalt not steal. Mm. It ain't had no underline of what was right about stealing and what was bad about stealing. Stealing is stealing. And my mama told me a long time ago, you get no time for stealing than you do killing somebody. Don't do it. And if I'm wrong, oh God forgive me. Stealing is stealing.
Yeah, some places in the world, if you get caught stealing, they cut your hand off.
They cut your hand off. Oh, they so do. So it is what it is. If you know of a way for somebody to get food, like you said, we don't know the situation until you ask them. But if you never ask them, you'll never know. If you have a way of helping them, help them.
Good answer. Good analogy. Hey, y'all.
I say that if there's anybody on here listening, if you know a way to get to some of these programs that are some sort of assistance program for people that might be in need, if you can get that information, you can send it to me, and I get it put up, or let's figure out a way to do that so that the community can help everybody with the programs that are out there to help.
That's a
I'm
good.
not cutting you off. I want to say this.
Oh yeah.
I'm retired. I'm disabled, and the younger people that have children and stuff, they get naughty stamps. Mm-hmm. They get this money once a month until whenever. They won't give disabled, retired, whatever people anything. We just have to deal with what we got. We got to stretch it. We have to stretch it. There's no ifs and buts about it. We get nothing. My mother had worked 40-some years for the state, had both her legs amputated, and when we went to get her some stamps, they told her she made $2 over. They wouldn't have given to her. Mm.
Oh,
now I'm telling you what.
That's true.
I'm telling you what's going on. We can't get anything. And the girls is out there that's getting the checks once a month or extra stamps on their cards, and they said another, there's no reason for them to not have what they need. They go for mine, yours, and anybody else. But I do the best I can. I thank God every day I got a husband that goes to work. Because if he did not, I don't know how I would make it. I got a neighbor next door that just passed 2 hours ago. Husband on disability. She was working. Now this man got to figure out what he gonna do because she is gone. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's harder on us, people that's on disability, because they won't give us nothing. And if they give us some stamps, I can't get them. If they give us some stamps, it's $10.
Yes.
$10. Please give me enough to go down to what is it? Cash Saver and get a 5 for $5 or 5 for $20 or something. Please. I can stretch it. But we can't get that. They give us $10.
We're gonna talk on Thursday about resources, I guess, and see what can we do to help somebody for as mental health, substance abuse, resources for people to call. Like you said, temporary emergency services. You know, let's compile a list of resources that we can post and share on Thursday of people that can get assistance for us. Hey,
but let me tell you, the problem gonna be with that. Now we can go out there and get the information, but if somebody else out there know where to get help from, they don't want to tell you because they feel like you getting more than what they get. That truth is life, baby.
That's true.
All right,
you
Caroline. I can't disagree with you, but we got to, I believe in we got to try and share. Sharing is caring. So
yeah.
I'm always listening.
Because I would love a new roof on my house. I need to find a habitat or somebody help me. I need a new roof.
Okay, and guess what?
Habitat got 2-year waiting list.
Yes, I know. But they did my neighbor house around the street and had did his house, and what? How much later he died? I needed that roof.
All right, y'all.
I ain't lying.
Let's talk on Thursday. I can't hang a little bit longer. I'm not the best tonight, but we're gonna talk on Thursday. Resources, community resources.
Yeah, Darren was on punishment because he stayed over here too late.
They kept us
not
too
my
late.
fault. I'm finna get out the phone right now. Won't be putting that on me, bye, y'all. Bye, baby.
All right, y'all.
Good night, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all have a good night.
All right, Carmelo, take us away, man. I'm gone. I hope he on here. Let me text him.
We just exit out.
Okay.